welcome to Retake. I'm Lisa Dwan here with Parker and Taro Mackay, ready to discuss everything Rainbow Six Siege. And actually, just to kick it off, speaking of the latest, someone in the community just celebrated a birthday. Happy birthday, of course, belated to E United's analyst, Meepy. Congrats, you made it, yay! And I guess this guy actually celebrated a birthday too. Happy belated.
Thank you very much. We're birthday buddies.
Are you guys?
Well, I mean, I think he's a day after me.
Oh, that's close enough.
Pretty close.
That's close enough.
He's 5 years younger than me though.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
We actually planned a party for you.
You did.
This is the party episode. Oh, here you go.
Thank you very much.
Matches your shirt, matches my shirt. I think we should put this on. I like how you, birthday episode. Mm-hmm. We only get, one each this year.
Yeah.
Festivities, here you go. Oh, and of course we can't forget treats.
Oh.
I don't know about doing the whole episode with this on, but let's just keep it for the intro.
I'm going to keep this on.
It's kind of tight around here. I don't know how I feel about
that's too bad, so.
All right, you know what? Let's move on to something actually relevant. What's on the show today?
So today we have a couple great topics for you. First things first, we're going to be looking at a very heated rivalry between two members of the Susquehanna Sonics and Tempo Storm. Following up, we have a super duper interview with pro player Super. And then last but not least, we're going to be looking at some hot and spicy plays from the past week.
That's right, lots of fun stuff. But actually, I want to ask you, what's the best way to figure out how well a player has performed in a match?
I would say Siege GG's cost and rating, kills, objectives, survives, and trades, and then of course the rating as well.
You get an A+. That's the correct answer.
Nailed it.
We're talking cold hard stats, so let's learn more about them in this explained.
And there's one spotted inside. Oh, he will. Oh, he got
do all the rest of the work. And here's the shot through the barricade.
Rainbow Six grows as an esport, the more important and prominent stats analysis becomes in our scene. Sites like Siege GG help fans get a handle on all things for Rainbow Six statistically. If you're having trouble with some of the jargon, don't worry, we've got just the breakdown for you. Let's have a look at some of the most common stats that you'll see in the Rainbow Six Pro scene, starting with player rating. Siege GG are the team behind the rating formula for Rainbow Six Esports. A player's rating is calculated based on 9 different statistics, several of which we'll go over shortly. It's not just a look at how many kills a player got, it's a way to determine just how impactful that player was. Comparing two players' ratings is one of the best ways to compare their overall performance in a match. Players like Kanto Raketti, Hyper, and Bride are topping the charts globally, with Bride at a 1.74 rating overall. Cost, or KOST%, is a simple metric with a less than clear acronym. Cost stands for kill, being the K, O standing for objective, aka planting or disabling the diffuser, S standing for survived, aka you didn't die, and T stands for traded, aka getting killed after you've just gotten a kill. Cost is the best way to measure a player's consistency, with the average being around 65%. Entry fraggers are a key role in pushing a Rainbow Six team to victory. Getting the first kill can be the edge that nets your team the round win. Likewise, putting your team in a 4v5 off the bat makes it that much harder for you to secure the round. APAC players Soulboy and Spronagiri lead the world with a +7 entry rating, which is determined by their first picks versus how many times they got picked off first. Opening duels, if you'd like to call it that. Unfortunately, if you're not getting the opening picks, you're gonna have to clutch. A clutch represents the amount of times a player is put into an uneven scenario, yet wins, as if they were in a 1v2, a 1v3, or a 1v4. Clutches, also known as 1vXs, with the X being the number of opponents still alive, are a great metric of how a player can handle and overcome difficult situations during a round. Players like Papilia or Lusty have become well known for amazing clutches this season.
Finds one, it's all down to Lusty by himself, takes a couple of shots, he's down to a third of his HP, has got to do what he can, amazing start, it's a double kill, huge Lusty, what?
Lusty, the clutch god from ANZ.
And there you have it, the quickest rundown on some of the most important stats in Rainbow Six Siege Esports.
Here's the shot through the barricade.
He needs to land a single bullet, and he must know that at this point.
So Parker, what are your stats like in game?
Terrible, absolutely terrible.
You put the tarot in terrible.
I do put the in tarot in terrible.
What's your
There's a
average
reason
usually?
why I'm a caster and not a player.
But you do play a lot though. What's
I
your
do.
average? I'm curious.
Oh, I don't know. I think my lifetime ranked stat is it's like a 1. So I'm perfect.
bad.
I'm perfectly even.
Perfectly average.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Okay, well, you know, there's actually a player I want to talk about who made a name for himself for having great stats. I'm talking about Mr. 1.6, aka aka Seth Super
Yes.
Hoffman. Of course, he was well known for the nickname Mr. 1.6. But you have a great relationship with him, right?
Yes.
Great, as in you guys argue a lot over Twitter, from what I see.
It's friendly banter from time to time.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean he likes to be a certain type of character, and that's fine. I like to dunk on him when there's the opportunity, and he does the same thing to me. There was one time was it DreamHack Austin where I said that I called him Mr. 0-6 because he did quite poorly in a match instead of Mr. 1.6, but that's fine. He's a nice guy, and it's always nice to see the content that he just spews out on social media.
That's right, that's right. So you know what? Enough about us. Let's hear from him. Hey Seth, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing very good. So your reputation is very well known in the scene, so I was very excited to have you on. So to start this interview, I just want to get to know you better. So I'm going to ask you a couple of icebreakers. Is that cool?
Okay.
So the first question, I want to know, what makes you so super?
Well, I used to play the Rainbow Six series when it was like professional on Major League Gaming, which now does like COD, and my name was Remarkable. But when I moved to like PC, the characters didn't fit, so I just took my name from a song name, so it doesn't really have like deeper meaning.
Wait, do you remember what song it was?
It's a song called Superman by Gucci Mane.
Super duper stupid cocky, my wrist super duper rocket.
It's interesting that, you know, a lot of people I feel like would be very pressured taking on so many roles. For you, do you enjoy all the roles and all the pressure?
It never really bothered me. I will say, like, recently when a lot of, because for the majority of Rainbow Six up until recently, most of the teams did not have like a lot of staff involved in like coaching, so I was kind of able to, you know, come up with strategies and stuff. But now with like all the analysts and like number crunching and stuff like that, I kind of decided I can't, like, it's too much work for me to play. Like, I felt like my play, especially the last Pro League season I was in, was not as well as I should be playing because I was doing so much outside of the game, which meant I couldn't play as much as I wanted to.
Tell us the story behind your slogan, if Super says it, it's the truth.
To be honest, that was like something our org kind of coined in like some video we made. I think in general, I don't really have a filter, so good or bad, I kind of just spew out the mouth what I think.
Actually talk about this season. I want to go into it a bit more in depth. So speaking of the team, Sonics had a couple of visa issues coming into the season.
Yep.
How did that impact, you know, the team's performance early on and even like the mental behind it?
I mean, for Iconic and Easily, who are like newer to the team, I think it was like frustrating for them, but like, and for Slevin and Gonfi, we've been teaming now for about a year, but we've only been able to play, you know, 5 or less matches together. Because, you know, even dating back to the last Pro League season we were in, we had visa triples then, so and honestly it was like pretty demoralizing for all this practice and like know how, like obviously scrims are scrims, but to know how good we are in practice, and I think how good the other teams know we are, and then just like, you know, a week before the season, just have to throw in 2 subs and just make that work. And then for me personally, you know, I wanted to start off the season by doing well, but in that first match I had against Dark Zero, I had to fill in roles that like Slevin and Gonfi played, and you know, I'm more of a support player, and I just didn't do well at all with that. So for me, it was also personally frustrating because I just felt like that Dark Zero game was certainly one we could have won, and that you know, I just also personally didn't play well just because I'm kind of stuck in this position of trying to fill in roles. But you know, we got Gonfi back the last game, and he played really well, and I was able to transition back to more of the like hard breach support role. I think we all played pretty well in that match, so hopefully it just continues on the upward trend there.
Yeah, you guys are definitely picking it up. I also want to talk about, the team itself. In the past, you guys have been relegated before. So how good does it feel to be back in the tier 1 scene? And do you still have kind of, that thought of being regulated before and how that impacts how you guys play now?
I mean, the relegation thing doesn't really matter to me. Technically, we never even played CL, so it's just like we just waited to play Pro League again. Also, I don't think any of the pro teams that season would have considered us like the worst team or anything. I mean, that again, we had visa issues. They only played 2 games out of 8. So I think obviously if Slevin and Gomfi would have played that whole season, we wouldn't have even been in that position. And then even going deeper than that, Rogue that season, we never lost to Rogue, but they finished higher us in the standings, and they lost to Tempo Storm, and then they got relegated. I think everybody knows, obviously, our team would never lose to Tempo Storm, so, like, I don't really think of it, like, it's more so for me just embarrassing to be relegated, because I know I'm better than that, and I know everybody on our team was, but, I think it did eventually help us, because from that we picked up easily, and we picked up Iconic and made some roster changes, and I think we're just better off right now than we ever have been.
All right. I gotta say bye now. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck in your future matches, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Bye. As players and teams hit their strides, things have been really heating up in the second week of Rainbow Six Pro Play. Here are some of the best clips from across the globe in this week's 6-pack. I hope you like aces, because our 6 fans got spoiled this week. Temple Storm and the Sonics went head-to-head this week in a best-of-3 grudge match. Trapped in a 1v5 with the diffuser planted, Crazy went absolutely, crazy on Theme Park.
The area that they really need to worry about is that arcade balcony. That's the main rotation area for the defense, but it's being absolutely shredded by the Sonics. Crazy finally picks one up, almost back-to-back flawless rounds for the Sonics, but trying to fix this situation with a very low mag capacity on this SMG-11. Practically has to reload after every single kill, but he's already bagged himself 2. This is the time for Crazy to show up. It's a 1 versus 3. He does have a nitro cell to try and help himself out just a little bit, but at range this gun doesn't work out too well. Crazy's just making it look really, really easy right now. It's down to Super and Iconic, both on very low HP, which is the exact words you want me to hear, or you want to hear from me, if you're rooting for Tempo Storm, especially with this SMG-11. That's a quad kill for Crazy. It's going to be an ace clutch if he can find it. Again, it's up to Iconic with a flick, and Crazy with the ace to lock it down. Tempo finds their very first round, and that's an exclamation mark if I've ever seen one.
This next clip is sure to make Ashmains drool. Fnatic needed one more round to get their first win this season. Tex was the one to put the nail in Nora Rango's coffin.
Very dangerous decision to make, but it might pay off in spades. In fact, Tex finds the first kill here in Laundry. Plant's going down. Tex is good for 2.
Oh my God.
He finds a 3rd. The man is unstoppable. Solarboy can kill the planter, but it may well be too late. Tex against Papilia now. Can he find the final one? It is an ace to close out the map for Fnatic.
Ashmain, by the way.
Team Secret were getting smacked around by BDS this week on Oregon. Down 5 rounds, Prano put the whole team on his back with this ace.
Due to the fact that they deal with the Kali, just quick peek, make sure they're not going to be able to get in. As I say that, Prano picks up 1. Alam's trying to respond, but he's going to be, shot down from many different sides. Just to be careful now, cannot be too aggressive, but yet he does. He goes for the peek and will be taken out as a result.
Oh, Prano!
Yeah, Prano just runs in for it, gets that double kill, runs past the White Stairs hold that was there. But now has to be careful. Actually picks up a triple kill right here. Prano going crazy, making sure that Secret still has a chance of actually winning 1 round on this attack side of half of theirs.
Rafal's going to find Expo, and this is what I was worried about. Going for the plant, you have a numbers advantage, but the cover wasn't quite there. They haven't cleared out the far west side of things right now. Aren't going to stop Breeday once again. Where is the cover coming through here? It's a little bit late. They will swing round. It's Secret on a, Prano on a quadra kill. Make it an ace for the man, my word.
This next highlight is probably one of the most daring plays from APAC this week. With Cyclops Gaming closing in, Hysterics let Hibana's pistol do the talking.
Bullets going both ways, but somehow Jordan goes down as well. Don't know how that happened, and now Hysterics realizes I can't sit flank watch forever. He gets that is nuts there from Hysterics. Suzu as well taken out. He says flank watch, smank watch. I'm gonna jump in and find 2 pistol headshots.
Jesus, well that's how to make an impact late in the round, right? That's what you call an impact player.
Keeping in the theme of aces, this is the one that got away from Kaoxi. Team Secrets stacked up in the hallway on Villa and Kaoxi's went off. A few more seconds and he'd have gotten the 5th kill for sure.
Hoping to put up some pressure there as well. Chaos spots out the feet but won't be able to hit them yet. There's a little bit of a ping, like someone is in this room. You gotta be careful with me. There's Need Prano right there now, onto 90. We'll be pushing through. This is what they need. They need to go from both these sides because they're not going to be able to just get it down from pushing one. And as Kaoxis is prone here again, he has to get the entry kill. They want to continue from here, but it's Kaoxis to pick up 1, pick up 2 right here. There's a 3rd one. Does he know? It doesn't seem like it as of yet. We'll be able to get that one as well. Straven to go down for quad kill to go in. Kaoxis completely shutting them down right here. Sweeping to his pistol. It's Prano, the last man standing, up against the Clash in a 1-on-2 situation. It's not the ace to come through, but very well played there by Kaoxis. Basically, single-handedly carrying that round.
We cap off this ace-heavy 6-pack with the best from APAC. Looking to get the go-ahead round against Talon, Simotuki made it look easy on Cafe.
BD will be taken down with Simotuki, and that is right now, however, the response of Norengo as they take control of Cigar, which is quite huge for this bomb site. All they need to do right now is there's no one in freezers, just get right behind this little table right here and go for that plant, as no one is there to actually counter you off. And as Mariu is trying to run in right here, you might be able to find up 1 or 2 more players. He gets taken down by the Alda. It's a double kill to come through. It's a complete massacre to go in. It's Simotuki to at least respond. He gets a triple kill of himself. He needs to keep on trying to get more right here. It's BMW and Tomorrow left. This is a winnable round for Talon. It's the pre-fires to come in left and right, but Simotuki not able to find any of these Talon players as of yet. They're being patient, and as they're right now trying to cut across, he's checking the wrong angle of this bar doorway right here. Simotuki will be able to find one that's a quad kill. Knows where the last player is. It's only up to Tomorrow right now. He cuts across. The game sense on this man is so good. And he goes for the pre-fire and he gets it. It's the ace of Simotuki.
With all the aces out of the deck, that's it for this week's 6-pack.
If there's one thing pro players don't want, it's to be mentioned in one of Super's tweets. He's well known for his hot takes at the expense of other players and teams.
Honestly, beating Tempo Storm's like waking up in the morning. You just do it every single time until you die, and I'm still alive, so.
One of his favorite targets on Twitter happens to be Tempo Storm's Crazy. The two hold no punches on social media, going back and forth on stat lines and their accomplishments. There's a saying in Rainbow Six Esports, if Super says it, it's the truth. But what's the truth on Super and Crazy? Here's how the two have fared against each other in official matches. These two teams first dueled in 2019 in the quarterfinals of the US Nationals. The Sonics knocked out Tempo Storm in 2 overtime nail-biting matches. This event is where the infamous fist bump incident occurred, Crazy opting to dodge Super's post-game handshake. Stats-wise, Crazy topped his team with a 1.09 rating and 25 kills to only 23 deaths. Meanwhile, Super beat that by having a 1.12 rating with 24 kills and only 18 deaths. However, Crazy came out on top with a better cost and kills per round over Super. The rematch came only 4 days later for the 2026 Invitational qualifiers. Super walked out of the best of 3 with a win to go along with his 1.12 rating, with 30 kills and 26 deaths, along with a 4-4 entry stat line. Crazy, on the other hand, well, he had a rough series. Not only having a 0.52 rating, but just 9 kills to 30 deaths. Yikes. It gave Super plenty of ammunition for the Twitter feed later that day and for the future. They got the chance to play again though in one of the most fun matches that we saw last week. Crazy walked away from this match with a 1.04 rating, along with 12 kills and 16 deaths. He also snagged one of the slickest aces of the week. Super did all right with a 1.01 rating, 14 kills and 16 deaths, and regardless, was still enough to help push his team to a 2-0 victory over Crazy's Team Tempo Storm. The .52 rating was a killer for Crazy's stat line, dragging his overall rating down to .88 versus Super's lifetime 1.07. Kills and deaths is where Crazy lags behind. A .64 KD is currently no match for Mr. 1.6's 1.13 ratio. 3 games certainly isn't enough to measure who's the better player, but his steady performances and the Sonics' 3 wins over Tempo Storm help back up Super's tweets. Mr. Two-Turnt and the Sonics are cementing themselves in the North American League. As things heat up, we'll have to see who crosses Super's Twitter fingers next.
Interesting. So are you Team Crazy or Team Super? Ooh. Pick sides.
I'm Team Drama.
So it's gotta be Super. Actually, they're both pretty dramatic.
I feel like Super drives most of it though. So if I'm gonna be Team Drama, I probably have to be on his side. No way around it.
So much for being unbiased, Intero. That was your whole thing for the longest time. Okay, let's move on to our last segment. I'm calling it 6 posting. I don't think we should swear on the show, but I think you know what I'm alluding to. Rainbow Six community and of course the pros tweet and share the darnest things, and we got a bunch of them to show you. So first up, I think this week has been characterized by the banter between SSG and Oxygen. There was a lot of good banter between them. Yep. And so it all started when Canadian tweeted out a photo of himself with the strap that we're gonna use into their match. It read, Oxygen game plan. Step 1, find out BIOS op. Step 2, swing on that op. Step 3, profit. And we know how that turned out.
Terribly.
And I have to give props to Oxygen's social media, manager, who then tweeted out this meme. If you guys like Despicable Me, there's obviously Gru with the picture of Canadian, go on to win the match, end up losing 0-2. End up losing 0-2. Yeah, did not go in their favor. Yikes.
You're gonna talk a big game, you gotta back it up. I think for SSG, they realize that they haven't really lost all that often, but you know what? Like I said during the match, OXG did their talking on the battlefield, and I think those words were far stronger.
Now we got one more to share. So this one is courtesy of the Nakusu on Reddit. It's called House Rework Commercial.
It's free. Real estate.
We're giving you land.
It's free.
We're giving you a house.
It's real estate. Free. This is free real estate. 2 bedrooms, no rugs. It's free.
You unlock the door to your free house. We got you the real estate.
It's a 2-bedroom house. It's free. It's got a pool in the back.
I'm not carrying this around all day. It's for your house.
Free real estate. I'll pee my pants.
Come get your damn land.
The house is free.
It's a free house.
It's free real estate.
They did a great job with the rework. But I mean, I've said this before, like even Cafe Dostoevsky, there's only 1 bathroom on that map. Like you're supposed to be a cafe, you gotta go all the way upstairs, there's no elevator. That's not accessible.
Yeah, Ubisoft, what were you thinking?
Shameful.
Shame on you.
Shameful level developers. But no, they did a great job with the house
that was
rework.
a great
And that's an
post.
excellent post.
All right, that's it from us for this episode. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to let us know on our socials at WatchRetake. And we're gonna react to more things, so just send it to us, all right? All right, that's it from Parker and I. We'll see you next time.